Hello again, chaps and chapettes. How are we all doing? It is lovely to see you all again. As always, this is something of an addendum, really, something of a continuation on the video that I posted last night about the Frankenstein women. I should have really incorporated into my last video, but it completely slipped my mind as I was recording it, so I thought, right, fuck it, I'll just make it into a separate video. Now, what I want to talk to you about specifically, guys, is how these Frankenstein women get the notion that they can have free reign and do basically what they want, when they are in their alter egos, I suppose you could call it, when they transition from Derek to Doris, that kind of a thing. And they think they can just have free reign of the entire world. They seem to think that as soon as they put on their finery, their attire, their makeup, their wigs, their women's clothing, that they can act like women with impunity, by the way. All you have to do now, in this day and age specifically, is just look remotely like a woman. Drag act, basically. You can go into women's spaces, you can go into women's toilets, you can go into women's lockers, that kind of a thing, even though, say you're in a swimming pool complex, something like that, and you're on reception, or you're part of the security staff, or you're a lifeguard or something like that, and you see one of these Frankenstein women going in to the female changing rooms, and they know deep down inside that that is a man. But what can they do? They can't say a single word. But just imagine it, right? Just imagine if one of these receptionists or one of these lifeguards or one of these security guards approached this man and said, "Excuse me, sir, you can't enter there. It's women only." There would be fucking hell to pay. It would be plastered all over the news, all over the press. They would be called a transphobe, and that is the main goal here. You see, these people, they know that no one will say boo to a goose for the simple fact that they will get called a name. They will get called a transphobe or some other fucking made up bullshit. And that is the major problem in this day and age. People are scared stiff of names. They are scared stiff of labels. Nigel Farage is a prime example of this. He is busting his balls to try and get into number 10 in the next general election. That's why he's softened himself. That's why he's become some sort of centrist now. He's terrified of being labelled a racist because he thinks he's going to lose him mass amounts of votes, when in actual fact, if he was labelled a racist, I think it would increase his vote share, because people like me and people like you and people who follow other channels and of the same ilk as mine would vote for the man in a fucking heartbeat. He needs to surround himself with people who some people would call racist, who some people would call extremists, who some people would call bigots. Because that is what the country is crying out for. Someone who will take the world by the balls and drag it forward into the, what are we at, 21st century, I think we're at now. Have you heard me? What century are we in? Fucking hell, that's how much I don't really care about what day it is or what date it is. I've passed caring now. I'm at that age. But anyway, I'm going off on a major tangent here, guys. I'm supposed to be talking about the Frankenstein women. That's the reason why they have free roam the way they are. People are scared stiff of names. They are scared stiff of labels. They seem to think it's going to leave you with some sort of social stigma, some sort of branding that you cannot remove if someone on social media or someone in the street calls you a racist or calls you a bigot or calls you a transphobe. Back in the Middle Ages, you used to get branded. If you were a criminal and you were a thief or something like that, you used to get like a red hot branding iron and you got stuck with it right on your skin. So people could see the crimes you committed. People could see the type of person you are. And people still have that mindset today. If someone calls you a racist, if someone calls you a transphobe, if someone calls you a bigot, who gives a fuck? You're not going to lose sleep over it. Your life is not going to dramatically change. It does not matter. People need to get out of this crazy notion that if someone calls you a name, that's you. Your life ended. It's not like that. Let me tell you, right? When I first started using social media, particularly Twitter, I used to walk on eggshells all the time. I was careful about what I said in case I got banned or in case I got called a racist. It actually used to mean something. But these words have been so overused now. They have been so watered down. They are meaningless. As I've said to you in many videos prior, if a day goes by where someone doesn't call me a racist, I get antsy. I'm like an alcoholic. I start getting shakes. I'm like, why has no one called me a racist? Why has no one called me a bigot? I crave these names now because I know I am pissing off the correct people. The people who have EU flags in the bios and they have a cancerous splurge of bullshit in the bios. Oh, fuck Brexit and proud socialist and all this other crap. These people are nothing. What they say to you means nothing. It's going to mean nothing to your life. Say what you want to say and tell people when you want to tell people when they're in the wrong. For example, when you see a man going into a woman's toilet or when you see a man going into a woman's changing room, you collar that person and you say, no, you cannot go in there. It's women only. You might lose your job. So what? Go and get another one. Oops. Go and get another one. There's plenty of them on the market. Get yourself down to the job centre. You'll be snapped up in an instant. There's so many people in this country now who don't want to work. The jobs market is wide open. Believe me. Just don't be too fussy. And you'll be fine. Say what you want to say. Say what's on your mind. Your life will not end. You will not have a social stigma. And people will not point at you, spit at you, or want to put you in the stocks and throw rotten fruit at you. It doesn't work like that. People need to get this through their heads. And then, and only then, will this madness stop. You'll stop getting Derek and Arthur going into female changing rooms, dropping the keks and having a twig and giggleberries swinging around in a room full of women, making them feel very uncomfortable. But yeah, that's what I should have ended on my last video, guys. It completely slipped my mind, so I thought, fuck it, I'll just make it into another video. I'm pretty sure each and every one of you out there agree to every point that I've made in this video. Anyway, enough waffle. It's supposed to be a quick addendum. It's not. It's going on. It's nearly 10 minutes. As per usual, I get off on a tangent, I start going off on a rant, and it just never ends. Right, Daniel, shut up, let these people go. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.